He hates America. He doesn't want us to win. He will destroy this country. His change is, I will change America from what it is to something totally new. And what is something totally new? The destruction of everything this country was founded on, to be more like a socialistic society. In fact, he is dictator-esque. We are watching the rise of it's hard for me to say this because it's not exactly the same, but what I'm trying to say is a Hitler-esque type person. He's not like Hitler, but he is at the same time. The way he goes about appealing to the young people, just like Hitler did, he has this conceitedness where you can see that he will be so conceited that he could easily become a dictator within our own country. His own statement about how he's going to be president for 8 to 10 years, and everyone just laughed that off. I think he really plans on being president for 10 years. I don't think he really realizes you're only allowed to be president, Barack Obama, for 8 years at the most. And, of course, you have to be reelected in order to get to that 8-year status. But according to him, he thinks 10 years is going to be great. So this man, I'm telling you, whether you believe me or not, I don't care if you think I'm a kook. I don't want to be right. I hope you could point at me and laugh at me 8 years from now and say, see how stupid you were, Ben. But you're not going to be able to. In fact, America's probably going to be burning by the time that happens. I'm telling you, this man wants to destroy this country fundamentally, which will destroy us physically as well. He is going to be sympathetic towards Islam, which will be the biggest danger this country has ever faced in its history. How in the world do we have a candidate named Barack Hussein Obama running for the presidency of the United States when we're at war with Islam is beyond my comprehension. It is beyond me. It is because we are so politically correct that anybody that even mentions that his middle name is Hussein and says this is not a good thing when we're at war with Islam is considered a kook, a wacko. This would have been mainstream thinking just 20 years ago. But the left has succeeded in making everyone be so afraid of being politically incorrect, of being tolerant of other people's views. What the crap? Tolerant? Tolerant? Why do we have to be tolerant of views that are horrible and would destroy this country? It makes no sense. You need to be tolerant of the abortion issue. Well, I have to be tolerant of you being allowed to murder your child. Great. And the conservatives who are right on this, who know that murdering your child is wrong, oh my gosh, what a shock. I can't believe that I just said that. Murdering your child is wrong? My word. But I have to be tolerant to those who say murdering your child is okay. Do you see how idiotic this is? You know, case in point, what would we say if a mother took her child, who was 2 years old, and stuck their child into a blender? You say, that's just gross. That is disgusting, Ben. Why are you even trying to paint that picture in my mind? Because that's exactly what abortion is. They blend the child up in the womb. But nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to discuss it because you will throw up thinking about it, how sick and disgusting and demented we are that we say that's okay. We need to be tolerant of that. No, we don't. And I don't need to be tolerant of Barack Hussein Obama. Now, you're not going to hear that in a lot of places, but you hear it here on the Ben Armstrong Show. I'm not afraid. I don't care. Call me intolerant. I admit I am. I am intolerant to evil. I am intolerant to those who want to destroy this country. I am intolerant to those who do wrong things when I know for a fact that they're wrong. That is what we're supposed to be. I am tolerant of people having freedom. Freedom to do whatever they want. Barack Obama has the freedom to say the stupid things that he says. But I don't have to tolerate his views when they're going to affect my life personally. We don't have to apologize for saying this man is a danger to the country.
Time to wake up, America. President Obama warned us.
We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
Well, we had no idea how much change he had in mind. In 6 years, the president and his minions have ripped the very fiber that America is bound by apart. He's vowed to fix the broken healthcare system.
A broken healthcare system.
Well, we got Obamacare shoved down our throats by an all-Democrat vote. 0 Republicans voted for Obamacare. He vowed to fix the broken immigration system.
Our broken immigration system.
He made millions of illegals legal. Like it or not, no congressional vote, just Emperor Obama rewriting American law all by his lonesome. They want to fix our broken gun laws.
We can still bring about meaningful changes that reduce gun violence so long as the American people don't give up on it.
That's our Second Amendment you're playing with there, sir. Step off. Eric Holder wants to fix the broken criminal justice system. Senator Al Franken wants to amend the broken Constitution for his liberal friends and donors. Enough already. Every time they say they want to fix a broken fill-in-the-blank system, they sidestep the Constitution and change things to favor themselves.
The second part of anti-colonialism, quite apart from the idea of theft, is also the idea that America and American power is very bad for the world. In other words, that America is not a force of freedom, but America is actually a force of exploitation. And if you look at the dual movement of Obama's policies, domestic and foreign policy, they're kind of linked. What's he doing? Domestically, he is expanding the power of the state at home. And internationally, he is shrinking or contracting the power of the United States. So it's a scissors motion. He's expanding state power locally, and he is reducing America's power in the world. Why would Obama support oil drilling abroad, but not here? It has nothing to do with environmentalism. I don't believe Obama could care whether the earth is getting hotter or colder. He doesn't know. He doesn't care. What he's attempting is global energy redistribution. He's trying to make sure that the previously colonized countries have more energy so they can grow faster. And he's putting the expense on what he sees to be the colonizer, which is to say, us. Why is Obama promiscuously spending money as if the deficit didn't matter? It's very obvious that if the Republicans didn't have the Congress, he would have spent a lot more. The reason he's doing it, I believe, is because he is using debt as a way to settle America's colonial debt. In other words, the idea here is that America owes the world, big time, trillions of dollars. Now, Obama knows that he can't possibly propose a foreign aid program. Even Democrats wouldn't vote for that much giveaway. But now think about how debt achieves the same result. Because if our children and grandchildren are saddled with trillions of dollars of debt, they're going to have to pay it back. And to whom? Well, a good deal of that debt is owed by the Kuwaitis, is owned by the Saudis, is owned by the Chinese. Debt becomes a form of global redistribution. He's trying to restore the world before colonialism. We lived in the year 1500 and looked around the world. There were several great powers: China, India, the Arab Islamic world, the civilizations of the Americas. It was a multipolar world without a single superpower like America. I believe Obama wants us to go back to that world. So where does this really leave us? I think one of the powerful things about our film 2016 is it shows Obama's agenda in his own words, it links them to his actions, and it shows what the likely next move is going to be in a number of key areas. Ultimately, with Obama, you can't understand where he's going if you don't know his core ideology. Remember, we haven't even seen the real Obama. We'll see the real Obama only in the second term. A first-term president is kind of tethered to public opinion. He has to maintain constituencies. In the second term, in a sense, he can come out of the closet. He can be himself. So I think with Obama, we're facing a very interesting challenge, which is, does America want to go this way? Obama's not a traditional Democrat. I'm sure if you went to Bill Clinton or Kerry or Gore and said, is it a good thing for America to be #1 in the world? They'd say, yeah, of course it is. I think from Obama's point of view, it would be perfectly fine if America were number 18 or number 64 in the world. just one normal country like Finland or Greece or Somalia at the great dining table of nations. So in my view, that's Obama's goal. It isn't just that he hates America, he's fundamentally looking at America through global eyes. And what he's trying to do is right the ship of the world that he sees as being wrong side up for 500 years, ever since Columbus set out. This age of European superiority and now American superiority, Obama would like to see that end. And can you imagine if one man could do that in 8 years? Sure, at the end of 8 years, America would be a lot poorer, America would be a lot weaker, America would cease to be a special country, the American passport would have no greater worth around the world, America's currency wouldn't be anything special, and probably a lot of Americans would despise Obama. But at that point, I think he wouldn't really care. Why? Because he will have achieved almost single-handedly what no one has been able to do before. No Roman emperor could have single-handedly brought down the Roman Empire. While people talked about ending the British Empire, it took 2 destructive world wars to do that. I think in 2016, as Obama gets ready to clean out his office, whatever his reputation in America, if he can achieve his goals, he will ultimately be vindicated by that still small voice in his own head that says to him, "Well done, thou true and faithful servant."